We are Jesse and Lauren McNeely.
We have another baby on the way. We've loved our house for 12 years, but started to burst at the seams, and knowing another one was on the way.
We have two already.
2 boys with a 3rd boy on the way. We just knew it was time to get more property for them to be able to run around and wear themselves out. Our past history with the Craig Hartranft team made it a no-brainer to come back as repeat customers. The touch, the feel of the personal relationship that was established when we first purchased our house echoed with us through the decade, and we were excited that we already knew someone to work with, where to go, that we knew we could trust, and was still so ingrained in the community.
Yeah, and we also have come for the Santa pictures with our children and have kept in touch, and it's really nice because it feels like a good friendship versus just a business relationship, which is also really great, but it's nice to have that feel of trust and communication that has continued, like you said, throughout the decade. When we reached out to Keith, we said, hey, we are looking to buy, sell, the whole 9 yards. We weren't necessarily set to do something immediately, but he was in touch with us quite often about different homes, and easy to get a hold of, very reliable, responsive. The same Keith we knew 10 years ago, which was really, really great. And we were able to, secure something that we felt really comfortable with.
The incredible part is that I was out of town
Oh, gosh.
when Lauren found the house. But I knew I had someone I could reach out to that I could trust to help get the ball rolling without me even being in the state. So we had our contacts and reached out to Keith and the Craig Hartranft team, and we started lining out a plan. Here's how we move from point A to point B. Everything was very clear. Everything was very easy for us.
Yes.
Being this far along in the pregnancy and everything else that life was throwing at us at the time, it was a big step to make this big of a journey with everything going on. But now that we're on the tail end of it, just sign the papers, looking back, it's amazing how simple and seamless the Craig Hartranft team made this process.
We had multiple offers on our home, which was crazy. One thing that Keith directed us to was setting aside an actual timeline for individuals to make offers on the home, which I never knew that you could do because we had never sold a home before. So having a window where people would put offers in, and then he was able to guide us through the process of what people were offering, how they were offering it, different things they were negotiating during that time. And that gave us a huge peace of mind for something that we had never gone through before.
We brought him in, walked us through the house, said, these are the things you should focus on to get it ready. Make sure most of your stuff's out of the house, because we had accumulated quite a bit of toys with our boys from wall to wall. So we were able to tidy up, straighten up. And we had really put our blood, sweat, and tears into that house over 12 years, completely transforming it from the wallpaper, felt wallpaper house of the 80s, 90s that we bought it as, and completely revamped it. Really hard to see it go. So we were on pins and needles leading up to going live, and I was in constant contact saying, are we sure we're making this right? Should we be setting it at this price? And looking back, I shouldn't have second guessed, because as soon as we went to before market, the calendar started filling up with showings. We had the house on the market for 3 days, had 40 showings, received 6 offers, and sold it for well above asking price. All very seamless, very easy. And as we navigated the offers that were brought in, everything was walked through with us and explained in detail, and we were able to, as much as we wanted to completely remove emotion and make a business only choice, we were able to bring the two together and make a great connection with our buyers of our current house. So we made a good business deal and an emotional connection to keep the love of that house going forward.
I would say as a first-time home seller, we were able to secure our settlement with our current property that we were buying actually on the same day, which is pretty incredible. Going in, it does make things very stressful. Lots of anxiety, 2 kids, one on the way, full-time jobs, all of those things. And you're trying to coordinate and trying to figure out schedules, not just for yourselves, but also to coordinate with the other individuals involved. And that is where Keith and the Hartranft team really did do some due diligence and guidance of how to get that done efficiently, effectively, and appropriately for what we needed. And that made it so much better for us.
Going into this, we were worried, how do you take you need the sale proceeds of one house to buy the other house, but how do I get all of my stuff out the night before and then in the next day? Trying to figure out the logistics of that was pretty nerve-wracking and was going to be a big speed bump, and we were brought and guided through the idea of a rent back. And so we were able to sell our property at 9 a.m., purchase the next property at 10:30 a.m., but we have another week in our current house to get everything moved over. So we were able to negotiate that into the contract, which really gave us a big sigh of relief to have the money to get the new house, but also the time to get everything moved over without having everything in boxes in the middle of the street for a night.
Friendly, responsive, and give me one more. I always like 3s.
Guiding. It was a great guide. It was never felt like we were being told what to do. We were always brought the information and given a couple of scenarios of options that we had, but it was never a push into any of the options. It was just, here's the information, here's the recommendation, your choice. So guidance.
Yeah.